This is why the private space industry cannot replace NASA's Science Mission Directorate. You may have seen the reports of the administration thinking about cutting almost 50% of NASA SMD, which, by the way, is a different directorate than NASA Human Spaceflight. This is their science division. And I've seen a lot of comments that think private industry will come in and save the day and just replace it. There's a huge misconception on what NASA does and what the private space industry does. Private industry focuses on profits. Now, the privatization of space has completely transformed the space industry because in business, you need to figure out a way to be more efficient in order to have that larger return on your investment. Rockets and spacecraft are expensive, and so when private industry came in, they were able to think outside of the box with how can we make all of these things cheaper? And without the restraints of government, they can build something like rockets or landers or space stations that really push the envelope at a lower cost, and they can make it cheaper for us to go to space. Now, NASA exists to advance space exploration for the benefit of everyone, not just those who can pay for it. Without NASA or government agencies like NASA, there are no telescopes, there's no planetary defense, there's no fundamental space science research. You might not care about telescopes or searching for extraterrestrial life or answering fundamental questions about the universe. Maybe you just care about helping life on Earth. But it's crucial you know that this cuts into Earth science and asteroid protection, which is pretty important to life on Earth. And those space science missions enable technologies known as NASA spin-offs that literally are developed as technology used in these telescopes, rovers, and space science projects. But that doesn't happen until after the scientific technology is demonstrated from an agency that doesn't have to worry about near-term profit. And by the way, you say you want to go to Mars, you better know where you're landing. You better know about the planetary environment. That comes from space science research. NASA can do what the private space industry does, but the private space industry makes it easier for NASA to do their thing. Private industry has no incentive to do what NASA does. So when the administration wants to cut 50% of NASA SMD, that means that we cut one of the most important organizations pursuing space science for everyone, not just for a company. And we're really limiting ourselves as humanity.